This unique animal has a gold wedding ring located on him. The item isn't for anything surprisingly, it's just meant to be sold off as a valuable, but you might as well get it on your way to the next one, which is the Scarecrow hat, to the top of the Ansburg area. At the top of Roanoke Valley is the Meteorite House, a small shack that I meet and pick it up out of the ground. Again, like the gold wedding band, this item is a valuable more than anything else, however it's still worth picking up as it's on the way to some of the other collectibles. Head east from here to Rhodes. Just a few steps north of the Sheriff Station in Rhodes is an abandoned house. Inside you will find the abalone shell fragment, which is needed for crafting the Bison Horn Talisman that decreases your stamina drain by 10%. Across the Isabella Lake. Found in a chest under a rock beside the lake is a cobalt petrified wood, one of the items needed for talisman which reduces your horse stamina and health core drain by 10%. Also be on the lookout here for the rare white Arabian horse, it's one of the best. Gold earrings, and these are our first missable items. Go to the location on the map and it's called Watson's Cabin. Head in and loot the basement if you want to. This will trigger another part of a house robbery actually, and you can return later in the game to loot the house and kill all the occupants. However, you can get what you need right now. We're after a pair of gold earrings, required for crafting the Boar Tusk Talisman, and you can pick them up right now. Again, if you want to come back later, you can still get them then. The earrings are actually counted as valuables, and so they can be sold despite being a unique item. It will stop you from crafting the talisman and prevent you from unlocking all of the in-game perks if you have already sold them off. So you have to be careful here that if you've already got them that you don't sell them, and once you pick them up, kill you, so you have to be careful here. But once he is dead, you can find the first of 2 torn treasure map pieces which show you the location of Otis Miller's treasure. However, I will be showing the treasure valuables and they're not really important for anything else. So then guys, let's move on to some other things that you can get in Chapter 2. Starting with the missable Midnight Pistol, Flacco's Revolver, and the Granger Revolver. You get them from one mission in the game, which is called Noblest of Men and Women. Essentially, you have to find and kill all 4 gunslingers. When you duel all 3 during the mission, and you kill them, make sure to loot their guns. Guys, some other stuff is also available in Chapter 2. And these are all items found by collecting in-game collectibles for certain NPCs. Dream catchers, dinosaur bones, rock carvings, and cigarette cards with the dream catchers. By collecting all 20 dream catchers, you will get the Ancient Arrowhead, a unique item, the only item in game that grants a unique bonus that is not a craftable one. It allows your stamina to last twice as long when you draw your bow, and all the locations are on the map here. There are also dozens of location guides on YouTube already, so get 2 different things from collecting dinosaur bones, the unique jawbone knife and the quartz chunk. You can start the mission at any time by talking to the stranger who's close to Valentine, and you have to find 30 different dinosaur bones. After you collect all 30, you will be rewarded with the jawbone knife. The quartz chunk is needed to craft Bear Claw Talisman, which decreases the speed at which health lowers, so it's very useful. Next then, the Old Brass Compass, and this is rewarded by getting all 10 rock carvings in the game. The compass is used to make the Ravenclaw Talisman, which slows weapon degradation by 10%. And again, to get the compass, send in all carvings at the post office, and then once you've done that, you will get a letter from the stranger, and the compass will be located in his cabin when you go see him. The final thing that's available to do in Chapter 2, although all these can be done in future chapters if you want to, is to get the Civil War handcuffs. Complete one of the 12 sets of collectible cigarettes. There's 144 of them found in the game world, but you can also get them from random packs, or you can buy random packs of cigarettes, so it's not really difficult to do. Moving on to items that you can get starting in Chapter 3, and both of them are missable. So the next item on our list is our final unique item for crafting talismans, the Lion's Paw. To get this, a new stranger mission becomes available called He's British of course, found between Emerald Ranch and Rhodes. Start the mission and you have to complete all 5 different missions, so it will take you quite a while. But on the final mission, you must track down and kill a lion to pick up the missable Lion's Paw, as it will disappear if you don't pick it up right now. This item though is missable if you don't do it during Chapter 3, and that is getting the rare rolling block rifle. The collectible sniper rifle not found anywhere else. During the Chapter 3 mission Magicians for Sport, you are requested to find Trelawney. I'm not going to go over the entire mission just as the mission ends. Make sure to pick up the rifle before leaving as it will disappear forever. Also missable if you don't loot him, and you won't get the rifle if you replay the mission either, so. Chapter 3 then, the Lion's Paw can be done at any time, but the Magicians for Sport one is only available. Then we have 2 items that become available during Chapter 4. The first one is Algernon's revolver and the exotic hat. After you do the mission in Chapter 4 called the Gilded Cage, a new stranger mission becomes available called Duchess and Other Animals, where you have to find collectible orchids. All 5 stages, finding over 190 orchids in total, so it's a really long one. And once you do that, like the dinosaur bones and the dream catchers, etc., you'll be rewarded with Algernon's revolver, a unique weapon, and the exotic hat. Now, the second last item to find in the game is Calloway's revolver. After you complete the mission Last Night of Debauchery in Chapter 4, you can return to the sheriff in Ansburg to get the location of Slyn Grant. The final part of the mission, Noblest of Men and Women, the quest where we got the Flacco's revolver, Granger's revolver, and Midnight Pistol. After you duel Slim Grant, make sure to pick up the unique Calloway revolver. It's not located anywhere else. After the shootout at the end of the American Venom quest, the final mission of the game, return to the location to loot for Micah's revolver, located just beside where we found the Marion hat. The Otis Miller treasure. It's found just east of Ramskull Mask, inside of a small cave. Head in, and when you're in there, you will find a treasure chest with the Otis Miller revolver inside, plus a couple of other things.